I'm heading out!
The Underworld Army and the forces of nature are engaged in battle.
What? Why are Hades and Viridi fighting?
Isn't it obvious?
You again.
These brutes have a complete disregard for life. They're even worse than humans!
You're one to talk, little goddess. At least I give the humans you kill peace after death.
We have an opportunity here, Pit. Let's use this chaos to our advantage.
Okay, what's my target?
Viridi is planning to drop another reset bomb in this area.
What? Where exactly?
I'm still not sure.
And with Hades' army after them too, the humans don't stand a chance. We have to do something.
There's the bomb. We'd better hurry.
Roger! That bomb won't be resetting anything when I'm done with it.
What mischief are you two getting into now? Rise, my children, and pluck this dweeb from the air!
Dweeb?
I'm sorry, but that's 1 point for Viridi.
Yeah, well, every dweeb has his day.
Make that 2 points for Viridi.
The reset bomb is going to wreak havoc if it hits the ground.
There's nothing natural about that.
How do I stop it?
Careful. The bomb could explode if you just start shooting indiscriminately. Oh, I know. Destroy the green targets to remove the crown and expose the core. Then destroy the core.
Huh. It's like a shooting game. I can almost feel the controller in my hands.
Core's exposed. Hurry.
Come on, bomb! Do your worst! Yeah! Destructimated!
I don't believe this!
I know. Isn't it wonderful? But we can't rest yet. Viridi has a reset bomb factory that we need to shut down. Once we deal with it, that'll be the end of these horrid things.
Aye aye! Your reign of destruction ends here, Viridi.
Watch out, Pit.
Laser beams!
Children, you must protect the reset bomb depot!
It won't work, Viridi. You have a problem with humans. Okay, we get it. But more destruction won't help anything.
Oh, please! This coming from the flying munitions depot himself? You're as destructive as 100 reset bombs!
Maybe, but I'm destroying evil. It's totally different. Look it up.
We're approaching the reset bomb depot.
It's huge!
I'll look for a place to land. Up here looks like a good spot. Prepare for landing. It could get a little rough.
Ah!
Just going to stroll in without backup? That's brave, if not very smart. Rise, my children! Politely destroy our guest!
What is this?
That's a bumpity bomb.
cute name. It almost feels wrong to destroy them. Oh well. Just watch out for their blast radius, Pit. I brought a Cherobot for you.
I can't imagine that pile of metal is very fuel efficient.
Actually, it runs on goddess power, which is totally renewable.
Dang you, Hades! Get your filthy tricks out of my bomb depot!
You're awfully cute with your flustered rosebud.
The Underworld Army and the forces of nature are still fighting.
Take them both out!
Destructified! All right, Cherobot. Good job. Nothing like fighting a pile of mud to make a guy feel tough.
Mud drones are pretty resilient, but you actually do need to be tough to fight them. To completely defeat them, you have to take them down 3 times.
I don't think I should be touching these walls.
Good instincts.
Bark, bark, bark! What are you, chicken?
isn't either. What does Hades have against Viridian?
I think you answered your own question. Destruction is fun for him.
Well, 5 points for the squares. It's true. This is just my idea of a good time. Not that these serious ladies would know anything about having a good time.
Don't even put Lady Palatine in the same sentence as the goddess of brutality.
It's goddess of nature.
You'd think the Lord of the Underworld would be too busy for mischief-making.
Oh no! Making mischief is one of my principal responsibilities.
We're approaching the bottom of the fortress.
Everything seems to be made out of natural materials.
Reset bombs must grow like fruit.
Organic.
And when it's ripe, it falls off the vine and just organically destroys everything in its path?
That's not exactly how it goes.
But I'm in the ballpark, aren't I?
Nature dictates that all life must eventually break down. This is just an accelerated version of that process.
A mimic, cutie! What's the deal with this enemy?
It's called a amoeba, and it's actually a kind of parasitic fungus.
That shell will block your attacks. Try getting behind it first.
Hey, who asked for your advice?
Yes!
Are you always so insufferably upbeat?
The bridge looks treacherous.
Great.
Listen, this probably goes without saying, but
Yes?
be careful not to fall.
Right.
Fight harder, children! He's just one little angel! If this fortress goes down, that's the end of all reset bombs!
That's right. Ready yourselves, goddess of nature.
This is disorienting.
put an end to the reset bombs once and for all! Pit, destroy the reset bomb pod to take down the entire depot.
Not a problem!
That's what you think! Guards! Wake up and report for duty! I should have brought more soldiers! More competent soldiers!
Sorry about that, Sprout. I'm afraid they're busy fighting my guys.
But you have to admit, my troops are no joke, right?
Oh yes, they're just terrified. Quake in your troops terrified.
Now's your chance. Attack! Dashing and doing a melee attack might be the best way to get rid of those guards. Close in on a guard, then dash and attack it. Good. Now let's get you out of here.
Whoa! Huh?
My depot! That's it! You are now officially at the top of my to-kill list!
Uh-oh, I better get you out of there, Pit.
Again today I will go soaring through the sky. My enemies, I'll dish them up and they'll stir fry. Gracious goddess of light watches from up above. At dinner time I always show the cook some love.
What are you singing?
Just this little victory song I made up. We stopped for Edie. Now it's time to take down Hades.
Not quite. We still have to contend with her forces. Specifically, Arlon the Serene.
Oh, is he one of her commanders?
Yes, he has a weapon so lethal it makes reset bombs seem like firecrackers. Arlon's base is close by. You see the moon?
Yeah. It's really pretty tonight.
And what about that?
Like I said, they're pretty. Wait a sec. They're two moons?
They're like eyes watching you.
Ah, I wish they wouldn't. I get stage fright. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What kind of moon is that?
That's Arlon's lunar sanctum. Clearly, there's more to it than meets the eye.
Very cool. And dangerous! I take it back! It's not cool at all!
It's going in!
telling me.
With all this firepower, Arlon must be preparing for a massive attack.
Why on earth would I be attacking? I'm far too busy defending, my dear.
Huh?
You must be Commander Arlon.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lady Palatine. And yours too, young Master. I have heard tales of your prowess from Mistress Believe.
Well, that's really nice of her.
She said I mustn't let your attacks spread chaos here, of all places. Before you cause the most unnatural harm, let us sit down for a chat.
I might consider it if you withdrew your forces and banded with us to face the Underworld army together.
Those decisions fall to the will of Mistress Believe. Unfortunately, it's entirely out of my purview. I do hope you understand.
What's a purview? And why do you talk like that? Bad guys are supposed to be more like, Grah! And I'm gonna kill you!
Ah, the young master is skilled in impressions, I see. Would you care to perform more?
That's all I've got.
Kid, watch out!
Huh?
That attack was vicious! I see a corridor we can enter through. Hold on!
It's not much safer in here.
As I mentioned earlier, the Lunar Sanctum is very heavily fortified. But a victory here could help us contain all of Aridi's army.
I'll take care of it somehow. Huh. The defenses are thinning out.
I'm still detecting enemies though, so be careful.
Let me introduce you to the Flages, the covert ops specialist for Maridi's army. Do they strike your fancy?
No.
Personally, I'm quite fond of them.
Right, because I care so much.
Your concern is noted.
I was being sarcastic. I don't care at all.
Oh yes, I almost forgot.
Forgot what?
To close the gates. And the gates go shut.
Yikes! Cut it out!
The power of flight is running out. We have to move. Find the breakable spots on the gates and shoot through. You can also break through with melee attacks. There's an entry point through a duct up ahead. It's tight, so watch out.
Ooh. Talk about ritzy.
It's like a whole other world. A classier world.
I'm deeply flattered by your gracious compliments.
Who knew the Lunar Sanctum would be so nice?
I could get used to a place like this.
Perhaps you could. But the Lunar Sanctum doesn't have room for any more guests.
It's not that nice.
I don't care how nice this place is. It won't stop me from taking you down.
I understand. You have no regard for other people's property.
Are my eyes playing tricks on me?
Arlon seems to have a penchant for visual trickery.
It's just a little something I whipped up to whet your appetite.
This is so annoying. Lady Palatina, help me out here.
Deploying the Palatina Super Sensor.
I didn't know you had a super sensor.
I don't. You know I like to make stuff up.
Can't believe you're messing with me at a time like this.
Don't fret, you can use the green arrows to guide your way.
Now, how did you manage to place those here? It seems you've infiltrated the Lunar Sanctum's control core, Palatina. That leaves me relatively defenseless. I'd best rectify that post haste. If you'll excuse me, I must go gird my loins for your arrival.
TMI! Nobody wants to hear about your loins. what do I do?
Look carefully at the mirror's image. You'll notice some inconsistency. Compare what you see in the mirror to your actual surroundings. Looks like there's a way to advance through the wall to your right.
Pitu! Seriously, that is the last time I want to hear Pitu.
Arlon, did you call the two here?
I most certainly did.
He's not usually one to follow orders. How did you persuade him?
Quite simple, actually. Just the mention of young Master Pitt's presence was enough to send his twin running.
Two just isn't happy unless he's fighting someone.
You say that like it's a bad thing. You stay out of this. Ah! Just wait till next time. Thanks.
It's a bit daunting, I agree.
Ah! Are you trying to get me smushed?
Huh? That wasn't my doing.
So sorry. I must have lost myself in the golden melody of her sneeze.
That's why you should cover your sneezes.
I would never. A strong sneeze is the sign of a strong spirit.
This is so cool. It's like the surface of the moon.
Why was the lunar sanctum built anyway?
That information is highly confidential.
That only makes me more curious.
Curious or not, I took an oath of silence. I intended to honor it.
Now, no need to get all bent out of shape.
After all, your name is Arlon the Serene.
I am well aware of my name. But back to the topic at hand. I cannot tell you the reasons why the sanctum was built, but I can say that it runs on my powers. without me, it's just a husk, an empty shell, an orbiting house of cards.
Ooh, sounds fancy.
I don't think we're getting the whole story here.
You are in no position to demand explanations. I am beholden only to Mistress Veridi, and you two are thorns in her side.
You've made your allegiances quite clear.
Then enough talking. Let's get back to fighting. An elevator?
That seems to be the case. shoot wildly, Pit. You do not want to get those clobberers mad. Try luring each one into a mine.
Good idea.
Pit's lucky to have such an excellent guard. Though we're on opposing sides, I must feel your character.
Thanks. It's just part of my job. Besides, Pit's the one doing all the heavy lifting, which is especially impressive for someone so small. Arlon's quarters are directly ahead. Good luck.
Arlon!
Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. It is my great honor to represent Mistress Veridi and the forces of nature.
I can't see!
Focus, Pit. Pay attention to where Arlon's attacks are coming from. After he attacks, shoot in that direction.
I say!
Good, just like that.
Very impressive, young Master Pit. It's time to reveal the true extent of my power.
I can finally catch my breath. Lunar Sanctum diffused!
What's that thing breaking free?
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing.
I'm not so sure, but Veridi's forces are still a threat, so let's keep the heat on them.